Good afternoon, folks. It's me, Paddy from across the shuck, and you're very welcome back to the channel. And today I have a company that I think I might have had one knife before, not too sure, but I think I've had one knife before, and it's Mercury, which is an Italian company. They're based in the Maniago area, so the likes of there's a lot of companies there, and they help each other out. They'll make parts for the other, and vice versa. So they're a really good, renowned company that have been there for years and years. So I ordered this off Heine Haynes, on Saturday, and it arrived for me today. I think I've picked a bloody winner. I haven't, it's funny. This is not an expensive knife. In my category, it's a £99 knife. It's not cheap by any means. Don't get me wrong. I do not think £99 is cheap. But for what I get in this knife, I think I've really scored. I genuinely think I've scored. So it comes in this nice box, typical sort of smooth. There we are, and it is the LUC. I can't read the Italian on it, so I can't tell you what that says there. Maybe we'll get it inside. And this is a look off it, and it's off that Buck 110 sort of look-alike. Buck 112. The knives that I've actually got really interested in this year, and we'll talk about that maybe as you open it. So it's a nice front open, a good solid cardboard box. You know, it is not. It's not a weak box. Look at that. Isn't that lovely set in there? Just simple but classy. And here is the little bit of blurb that's going to go with it. I don't know whether they have any English. There's the range you can get. These ones here, I believe, are cheaper. They're just G10. The one that I have is aluminium bolsters, and it's got the micarta, the brown micarta in it. So really nice. Now, Heine Haynes doesn't have all the varieties, I don't think, but I just want to have a wee quick read if it says anything more about the knife. So it's the LUC is the LUC, an elegant, robust slip joint, which obviously I've got it. There's no English in it, other than what I can just read. So it's, this is the, I honestly, this has got Elmax steel, which has been, the hardness test is 58 to 60, which is absolutely fine. Maybe a bit, maybe you can go a little bit higher, but for me, Elmax 99 quid at 58 to 60 will do me lovely. Well, I hope it will, because I've got to test it yet. And by the way, this is not a review. I've only just literally got this morning, but I was out and I've just come back in. I opened the box to have a wee quick look, and I just couldn't believe my luck. So here's why I couldn't believe my luck. The blade length is 8 centimeters, which makes it non-legal in the UK. That is, if you're taken from the tip of the blade right back up until the bolster. But that's not the law here. And it hasn't changed yet for all those who are going to say, oh, it is. No, it's not. It's not in the law. It's not written down in the law. The law says it's got to be a cutting edge of no more than 3 inches. Okay? So the gamble I took was, it says an 8 centimeter. And I know that's 3 inches is a 7.6, I think, centimeters. If I'm right, I think I am. But so 8 centimeters. I was reckoning that, sorry, the overall length is 18.7. Yeah, oh, right, sorry, the blade length is 8 centimeters. Okay, yes. 18, oh, that's overall. What am I doing? Yeah, it's not down on Heine as a UK legal. But I thought with the ricasso that was on this, that I would get the cutting edge. There was every chance that I would get it under the 3 inch mark. 3 inch or under. As it was, it paid off, because it is exactly 3 inch cutting edge. Exactly. Not over it, maybe just slightly under it. If anything, literally just a scooch under it, but it's a good 3 inches cutting edge. So it makes it a really super tool It gives you that length that you sometimes are missing on the smaller 3.5 to 3 3/4 or 2 3/4 to 2.5 blades. So I'm just absolutely chuffed with it. So I'm going to prove that to you now. This knife, when I took it out, I expected it to be quite heavy, but I'm just going to put this over here out of the way. I expected it to be heavy because it sort of looks like that sort of, I'll do comparisons in a minute, but let's walk around the knife. It's got that Italian sort of rounded over top here. The spine is rounded over, full slip joint spine. You've got the lanyard hole here, which is great because you can keep the lanyard away from the handle. Just a nail nick. Isn't that unusual, but really, really super useful, because you just put your finger on it and you pull. It is not on the other side, and it doesn't need to be, because it's sharp enough there to catch your thumb when you have the meat of your thumb. Listen to that. It's beautiful. Again, there was no real videos in this. There was shorts and there was, music behind it, but you couldn't hear the opening. But I was just going on what the fella was. I could see his fingers and I could see the reaction to his hand when he opened it up. And I thought, this is going to be all right. And I said I would be happy with 6. This is probably 7. 6.5, 7, which just is perfect. Absolutely perfect. Would I like it stronger? Probably. But it's a larger knife. I mean, this is a larger knife. It is super. Lovely grind. And I actually think it might even be a light, shallow hollow, is it? Let me just look at this up to the light here. No, it's a flat grind. It's a flat grind. But it's lovely. And it's got that beautiful clip. And I think this here nail nick, never seen one like this before. I think it's really attractive. I would have liked it on the other side as well, to be honest with you. Maybe the depth wouldn't have allowed that, but it's beautiful. And there you can see the name is Mercury and the steel is Elmax. So the longevity I'm going to get with the steel is fantastic. It's been stone washed, so your scrapes and scores are not going to show half as much. It really is. That must be about 2.5 mil, I think. I don't think it's 3. In fact, I would nearly bet it's not 3. 2.5, I think. Did it say on that wee chart? I must just check, because it seems really slim, which is great. Does it? 2.5. Oh, there you go. 2.5. So it is slim, slicey. How does it come out of the box, which is something I always like to test on a knife. Let's just see. That's pretty good, boy. That's pretty good. That is slicing lovely. That's great out of the box. A wee strop and that will do that. Absolutely lovely. The blade grind is really good. A little bit waffy at the bottom there, but I'd always like to sharpen mine anyway. That side's a bit better. But it's going to be so easy to sort out. So easy. The aluminium's nice here. It's smooth aluminium. But you've got this beautiful micarta. It's a really nice micarta too. It's got quite a bit of grip on it. In the hand, it's got that Buck 112, which is my favourite. It's got that feel on it. It's a full 4-finger grip. And I think this is what I like. This is a real working knife. Like I carry Barlows, are about 2.5, 2 5/8 blade length. This, to have sort of, this must be like, it must be one of the longest full blades. And it's in the handle. That the close length of this is, it's about 4 1/8 close length. So you've got a really good size handle, and you can get right up on here. There's a flat here as well, which will give you a bit of protection, but the back spring is fantastic. It really is nice in hand. So much lighter, and I just want to do that now. I'm going to do a little test on the weight. I'll put this here so that you can, well, if you can see it, I hope you can. Let me see, get this up here a wee bit. There we go. Right. Let's get this on. I should have had this preferred. I haven't done this in ages, but I haven't been this excited for a, it's in ounces. Is it in ounces? I want ounces. I don't want them grammy things. I never understand them. Oh, why am I pressing that button? Ounces, there we go. So it is 2.6. 2.6 for an over 3-inch blade length in total, but my goodness, nearly 3.25-inch blade, but 3-inch cutting. That is absolutely lovely. And again, aluminium, micarta, just completely lightened out. It is gorgeous, absolutely. I'm looking at liners here. I wonder if them liners are, I think that's integral. Sorry, it is. These are all aluminium liners, and it's integral. So that really just keeps that weight down. You don't have brass or anything in there. That is fabulous. That is really, I'm getting more and more excited now on this knife. £99 for Elmax. I just can't believe I'm getting Elmax. And it's a steel I've never had. And that's what sort of, when I was looking at it, the thing that stood out was Elmax and then the price. And I thought, oh, I would like to spend that wee bit extra on this and get the Elmax because I don't have it. Lovely for pulling out. This is fabulous little thing here. And this is modern, all right? It's not traditional. It's got screws. It's screw construction, so you can tighten it if it loosens up, you know what I mean? It's just, but the centering, absolutely fantastic. I don't get sponsored by Heine, by the way. It's where I buy my knives, most of my knives. Listen to that. That is fabulous. Half stop. Oh, that's just, that is absolute. The half stop, as Justin would say, the half stop is, it doesn't jump in yet, but I haven't put any oil in it. It's fine. I mean, it's solid. There's no movement in that half stop. None, back or forward. And then goes down with a bang. There is definitely no blade wrap because I would have, the cutting wouldn't have gone as well. No, absolutely nothing. So really well. So they must have a, let me just see. Yeah, you can see the little pin down there, which falls on the end of this. So it means it's not, you're never going to get blade wrap as long as that's lined up right, and it is just fantastic. Well, I'd love to know what you think about it. I think let's give you a little comparison. Well, here's an old English, and it's now this is a bit smaller, but it's that pattern. It's that sort of Americana, but whatever you would like to call it. This is a, who is it? Iverson, George Iverson. And there, you see, it's a little bit shorter, obviously not as much blade, but it is in that sort of pattern. It's in that part which I like. The next one is my Buck 112 that's I had recovered in English oak by Matt Slipjoint Sawyer. And look at that. They're exactly the same size, basically, but the cutting edge on this one is definitely more superior than that. There you can see. Let me just get that up. Well, actually, you would have thought. Let me just measure that one. Just going by sight, that looks to be every bit as. No, it's not. That's only 2 3/4. So you've got a 1/4 of an inch. Difference in size, whatever way I was lining that up, it wasn't right. So it's a 1/4 of an inch more blade on this. But I mean, this weight of this, what's the weight of this one? I should have done that while I had it out, shouldn't I? I mean, I think this is maybe 6, is it? Somewhere around a 6. Let me just put it on here. 5.8. 5.8 and the 2 point, what did I say? 2.5 or something? Oh, for goodness sake, Stephen, just do it while you're here. It is 2.6 to 5.8. That's a big difference in weight. And I know Buck actually do the lighter versions, but to me this beats the lighter version hands down. In action, it's not locking. It's Elmax steel. And there's nothing wrong with Buck's 428C. Nothing wrong with it. Boss heat treatment for that. But it's not Elmax. And I just think that has really tickled my fancy. Love that. And I'm really getting into this style. I have different ones. You know, that's an English one. This is American, obviously. This one's a German. There we go. This one's a German, the Boker, and it's got, again, that sort of look to it. You have the bolsters. This is a beautiful knife. I think this is just, I am in love with this knife. That's definitely my working knife. This is my fancy piece. But this is going to be my EDC carry. To have this length of a blade in an EDC is really rare. And I know, like I just said, there's a 1/4 of an inch difference. That's quite a bit different. I mean, especially if you're going to be slicing through a big bag of potatoes and you're cutting them up and sliding them. That just gets through any potato, doesn't it? I mean, it's just for all sorts, that is a super blade. I am tickled pink so far. Again, please don't take this as, oh, I'm going to go out and buy it because Paddy said it's great. Paddy says it's great in what it is. I haven't tried it yet. I want to see if that Elmax is worth that extra few pound that you're going to be paying on this, compared to like you get a buck 112. This was an S30V, and this was much more expensive than 99. This is Elmax, lighter, for different uses. But honestly, I actually think this could be a knife of the year contender. Absolutely. If it turns out to be, there's no movement in this. Everything is solid. I expect good things from Maniago companies. Mercury is just one I haven't had a whole lot of experience with. But if this is how they make things, and look at that lovely pivot on there. What have they got? Is that just a Maniago stamp? Yeah, it is. Mercury, it must be, it's 2 M's, Mercury Maniago. Must be. Lovely little shield inside the circle. It's just beautifully done. The fit and finish, but you're looking at it. I mean, it's absolutely beautiful. The edges are cut off, so in hand it is incredibly comfortable. The only bit that would sort of bug me, and I'll tell you what I will do, I will flatten that out a bit more, so that when it's there, sometimes it doesn't poke me. It's not actually poking me at all now. But if you're tucking it in tight, you can feel it. It's not painful. Not painful in the slightest. But just stunning little knife. Love it. So let me know down below what you think of it. It's in my new sort of category of Americana influenced knives. And these are just 4 fantastic knives to have in your collection, and for a choice of different jobs. You can work out what does what. I just love it. Anybody else got experience on Elmax? Let me know what you think. Is 58 to 60 a fair reflection on Elmax? There's something in my head saying it could be 60, 61, maybe even 62. I don't know, but I know 58 to 60 will do me for the price that I got this knife for. There you go. I'll get back to you when I've done a review on it, or when I'm doing a review, and we'll talk about it further then. But this could be knife of the year for me. The length of the blade, the steel, the construction, the looks, it's got the vibe. Take care, everybody. Have a lovely day. Bye-bye now.